Welcome to our three-part PSA on utility resources. I'm your host, Grace Umaña from All in Energy. And in these PSAs, I will be teaching you how to understand your utility bill, utility assistance programs that can help your household save on utility costs, and more. This PSA has been produced by the Chelsea Department of Housing and Community Development in partnership with Winthrop Community Access Television and the nonprofit organization All in Energy. We're going to begin our conversation by going over how to read your National Grid energy bills and know if you are being overcharged for energy in 3 steps. Why do you need to learn how to read your utility bill? Your bill contains important information that helps us understand exactly what you are paying for and which utility assistance programs you may be eligible for. What is a kWh? A kWh, or kilowatt hour, is a unit of energy used to measure your energy consumption. How do you know if you're being overcharged for energy? First, we need to know who your supplier is. Then we need to know the rate at which you are being charged per kWh and compare that cost to National Grid's rates. We will walk you through these steps in detail now. Step 1. Who is your supplier? Even though National Grid is the only electric company that serves households in Winthrop and Revere, the energy provided by National Grid could come from a third-party energy supplier. You can find out who your supplier is by looking at your energy bill and finding the word supplier on the back of your bill. Most residents will see National Grid as their supplier, like in our example bill. If you have a third-party supplier, you will see the name of a different company listed. Step 2. What is your supply rate? Your supply rate tells us how much you pay per kWh. Your total price also depends on the total amount of kWh you consume. You can find out your price per kWh to the right of the supplier. In summary, your total energy cost is calculated by multiplying the cost of kWh by the number of kWh used. What is National Grid's standard supply rate? We can compare your rate with National Grid's rate. National Grid's current residential rates are as follows. As we just saw, National Grid's fixed rate for standard residential customers is roughly 34 cents per kWh. You may be paying a different rate if you have a third-party energy supplier, or are on a variable price option, or if you're receiving a utility discount. If you notice you're being overcharged by a third-party supplier, you can cancel the contract by contacting the company directly. Ask if they are willing to waive any early termination fees, if applicable. It can take up to 2 billing cycles for your supplier to revert back to National Grid. If you are not being overcharged, be mindful that your generation service may change with each billing cycle, so it's important to monitor your supply rate regularly. Step 3. What is your delivery rate? National Grid's basic rate is indicated by R1. R1 means that you don't have a discount applied to your bills, and you pay a standard rate. If you see R2, this means that you are on an energy discounted rate with National Grid, and the rate that you pay is lower than the standard rate. You may have been automatically enrolled if you received some form of income-eligible service, such as SNAP or Mass Health. How can you change your delivery rate? We will go over utility resources and programs like the utility discount rate and utility forgiveness and payment plans in our next PSA. For a master guide on utility resources, including a sample National Grid bill and tips on understanding your energy costs, please find our utility resource guide in the links at the end of this program. Any questions or comments? You can reach North Suffolk's energy advocate Bianca Mercado at bmercado@chelseama.gov. Thanks so much for watching.